thank you for coming this evening. The other day I thought the England game was going to be moved to 7 p.m. So I was going to have to finish this and run off. But luckily I can wake up in the middle of the night, usually to sleep, and probably see us lose. But it is alright. I'm going to be speaking a bit in Philippians 2, a bit in Philippians 3. I'll be jumping about, so if you want to try and follow along with it. So I was told that the church was preaching and studying in Philippians at the moment, so it's best to do that. And as I was looking through, the posture of the journey stood out to me. The posture of how we learn, how we strengthen, and how we fight. And that's what I'll be speaking about today: learning, strengthening, and fighting. Kevin, next slide, please. Learning. So I was on a run the other day, just trying my hardest to run fastest I possibly could in the boiling hot weather. Trying only how to think of running faster, how to get a quicker time at the end. Trying to not think about the heat, which wouldn't make a difference. But I was trying to have a quick pace song to drive me on and just finish strong. But as I finished, I slowed everything down. I felt prompted to sit and be still by the side of the canal near a bar I'd never seen before. The song "Slow Me Down" by Charles Weems came on, which was really God's divine timing. And in the calm and quiet, I fully appreciated the beauty of nature around me, which is this is kind of tucked right behind the docks in Hemel and the road that goes up to the A41. Really beautiful area, but it was just so quiet. I saw the ducks sort of around in their water, a couple of people sorting out turning some boats. I sort of really fully appreciated God's presence and his beauty in that time. Next slide please, Kevin. As I was listening to this song, the part that says, "So slow me down, take my eyes off what's around, your spirit's moving here and now, and I don't want to miss your presence," really kicked me. That I've been for a while too busy to actually sit down and to actually be still with the Lord. That I should take my eyes off what's around, instead catch his presence that is moving here and now. I felt a peace that I haven't felt in a while, an assurance that God is looking over my life, over my future. I should make time for letting him into these quiet moments and realigning my thoughts and tempo with his, for my learning and my growing. When children first go to school, they're encouraged to sit down and listen, not to run and shout, but be quiet and still. I'm sure many professionals and teachers have discovered and looked into this and found this to be the best way of learning. So who do you listen to most? Who's your teacher that you're hearing from most? And then the next part, not in a rush, I'd rather wait. Unite my heart to bring praise. Tomorrow's calling, but today I don't want to miss your presence. It reinforces. We can be so busy rushing today and thinking about the future, maybe when the holidays are coming, or when you're next seeing your friend that you haven't seen for a while, that actually we shouldn't want to run into tomorrow's calling and instead catch the Lord's presence today. Would you not wait for something that gives you lots of joy? Do you not wait to see that person that makes you happy, go to that place that you remember fondly? Then why not wait for the Lord's presence also, if it gives you joy? And as I looked in Philippians 2, verses 7 to 8, my version says that Christ took the nature of a servant in verse 7, and in verse 8 that he was humble and walked the path of obedience. Next slide, please. As I looked at these verses, walking and obedience stuck out. Christ walked openly and gently in obedience with the Lord, slow and intentional, making sure he served his Father in heaven and didn't miss his presence. No rushing forward for tomorrow's duties, whatever Jesus had to do, feeding the 5,000, healing a blind man, but instead humbly walking the life of a servant for today. We're then instructed in verse 12 to obey Jesus as we always have, whilst he's away from us, with fear and trembling. We are good and faithful servants who are taught to obey Jesus. We're taught from God how to make disciples, how to enter into those heavenly gates, not from anyone else, but from God, what God has told us, obeying what we were following already when Jesus was with the disciples at this time. And this fear and trembling, it's not meant for us to serve while scared. letting God down or embarrassing ourselves, but instead to serve being aware, not knowing it all, but working hard and humbly to learn and grow from our teacher, like a servant. And as I researched what Paul really meant by a servant in these times, I saw that servants did in fact hold authority, judged by their hard work, and that their power came due to their service and proximity to their master. This stuck out to me. Servants have power from being close to the one they serve. So putting this together, being close to the Lord and not missing his presence, working with the posture of a servant, we too can be strengthened and experience the divine power and authority